Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with this Prussian campaign. So I teased this battle a little bit in the end of the naval battle, and yeah, today is the day that we're gonna go ahead and fight it. Not much to say really. It's, I don't know how many times we faced off against Lan. But that guy, we've faced him at least like 3 times. And now hopefully it will be the last time. But looking at the troops and so forth, I think he might survive for yet another one. But that one might be out to resolve. Anyways, I think it's time that we fought this battle, shall we? And since I am the reinforcing army, we'll start off just looking at the British army, which is actually, now when I'll see it, facing the wrong way. Great start. The only proper line infantry unit they have is this really tiny sliver of what's left of the Black Watch 2nd Battalion. 20 men. But then again, all that, what's he called, that Bolton guy needed was 20 good men. It would be nice if they were facing the wrong way. Let's go ahead and start it. There's no point in talking too much over this, since, well, and they're keeping their formation, even though it should be clear to them that the enemy is not anywhere near there. And finally, we're gonna turn up behind the main French force, so the most numeral French force. There's also this smaller force of French troops coming in. Why does it put me so far down below? There's not a lot I can do since I only have Scharnhorst right now. See if these guys actually accomplish anything. I don't think so. They're coming under fire now. Surprisingly, they didn't take that much casualties. Guess it was pretty poor fire. Okay, right now they're fighting with Chasseur Cheval unit. Right now I'm getting stuff. Getting a cavalry unit. Maybe while they're occupied dealing with the British, my dragoons. Okay, yeah, there's way too many. And they're guarding those cannons pretty well. It's better than to hold off until the rest of the army turns up. Right, the cavalry certainly is not going to make any wonders, but all the line infantry, and if they could just unlimber the guns, that would be nice. I fear they're gonna have quite the difficulty fighting the cavalry, just because these militia units can't really form square. They have enough of them though to hopefully make a dent in the French. There's not a big unit. 23 Lancers should be easily enough defeated by the KGL and the militia. Or they're not gonna have a good time going against light infantry. But the French are sending off all their troops to fight the British. Which I like, because now I kind of have the upper hand with my cavalry. And we can see about sweeping away the cannons, but also killing that old bastard that we've been facing so many times. I mean, if I could choose, I would allow him to retire. But that's not really how this game works, is it? Okay, hussars. Not so fast. Okay, now you can speed up. Really weird how you put yourself in front of these guys when you should really be more towards the center. And there, I'm gonna give the order to surprise them. And hopefully sweep them off the field. They're not getting support by the cuirassiers, so I'm hoping we can cut through these. Should really have moved Scharnhorst here earlier. Could have inspired and so forth. At the same time, the British are sending their entire force into melee charge against the French. Wonderful. It's not like it would be better for them to play for time. Now the cuirassiers are turning up, as they can see that the Chasseurs Cheval are losing ground. They're about to retreat. We're gonna have a much difficult time trying to fight the cuirassier. Right, that went. So what I want to do is I want the dragoons to fight the cuirassiers while the hussars move away to face the artillery. The problem is now my dragoons are exhausted compared to the well-rested, or they were actually tired. Well, we got one unit not doing too hot. The hussars gonna go and get rid of all their cannons, and then they can turn up and come back and fight or charge the cuirassiers in the back. Currently, the cuirassiers have only lost one man, which is not boding well for us and our success against them. Very slow charge, but charge nonetheless. Go ahead and kill those guys off. Ooh, we've got one almost routing. Scharnhorst is just here by your side, guys.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Wait, Scharnhorst is under attack? Oh, we've got a unit of Chasseurs Cheval has turned up from behind. Okay, my cavalry is lost. Quickly kind of get the artillery into position. Get the what they call the grenadiers up and close. Oh, we actually broke the light, but we're not gonna be able to do anything on the cuirassiers more than I think escape from them. We're gonna hold on for as long as possible. I want one cannon and the grenadiers in place before I pull back. That cannon crew came back. The grenadiers are in place. I think now is the time to retreat before that unit comes up behind and shoots us. The British are still fighting a little bit. They haven't unlimbered their cannons yet. They have a few units strewn about, so at least they're occupying
Our men are running, sir!
the enemy force. Right, the cannon is just about ready to set up. Let's hope that my cuirassiers get out of there. Right, we've got 2 units of line infantry ready to come up as well. Deploy. Grenadier, pull back a little bit. on this cannon unit. I mean, we don't get a good placement until there. I think we'll have the Grenadier move up forward. Form square close to the enemy. And in so keep them away from my artillery. Form square there. And then this unit can move up a bit. We're gonna probably shoot our own. Some skilled fire here by the cannon crew. Managed to succeed in not shooting any of our own men. Form square. Or form square. I think we're gonna hold off on unlimbering this one. You know what? For safety's sake, we'll unlimber it. Right, so we're too late to save the British, but I don't think we'd ever will because of just the time it took for us to reinforce this place. Canister, if you please. I think these will flee before then, though. Oh no, they're not. Right, let's see this. Ooh, that was... I think we got a few... Oh shit.
Our men are running.
That third shot. I clicked there, so I thought, you know, from the angle... I just looked at the angle of this one. I think he will rally though. It's a pretty safe spot. Into line, both of you. That's a conscript unit, should be easy to deal with. I want to limber the guns now because we're gonna move. Take a better position before we deal with the French. They are moving towards us. So I'm wondering, we might not be able to move that far. Now their troops are all over the map, which is kind of annoying. This means I will have to go all over the place. I will move this cannon to here to face the two regiments coming from that side. Meanwhile, I'm organizing the troops to, you know what, hold fire. Make sure that everyone's loaded and then we'll move really close. And we'll scare that conscript unit out of the forest. With this battle, I'm gonna make sure... I really want this height right here, which I think will be good. If you could manage to hold that. Okay, they're volleying towards the conscripts. They haven't lost too many men. The veteran musketeers closing in. Oh, they're dropping morale just by the fact that we got this close. And then we're gonna halt. And fire. 79. 68. It's not that many casualties. Got French unit right over there. Right. March towards that hill. Let's have the cavalry on the backs of this hill with the general. All the infantry units are moving that way. This cannon is unlimbering. And we got that foot infantry moving towards us. Once they get closer, I can switch to canister. And we can blow them to bits. The rest of the army will continue to take those heights. You know what? We'll leave the hussars. I think that's all we need. Then everyone else will make it to that hill. The French forces are right now just chasing the the British, and they seem to be shooting down their own men, which is wonderful. Oh, how did they didn't this unit was almost at full strength? How did they lose that many old guard? Well, I guess they just shot each other. So the British did something good, at least. We are pushing cannon fire into these, which is nice. Is that the entire force? No, we're getting more infantry. Right now it's just about, when holding this hill, somehow dragging the enemy onto it. I don't like these spikes. The cannon, even if going, you know, from this side, could probably die by going on those. And there's no like focal point of the French. I think what I'll do is I'll speed it up a little bit until we actually meet the enemy somewhere on the field, because this could probably take a while otherwise. It's already taking quite a while, and we haven't really had any decisive fighting as of yet. Well, let's watch this first, I think, before we go ahead and cut over. Right, I think they're ready to fire at the hussars instead of the cannons, which is kind of strange. Again, the AI is rather strange. And that canister just blew away the right flank of that unit. I'm pretty sure they'll be back, so fire a round shot as they retreat. And now we'll jump to hopefully when we can establish a proper battle line and so forth. So now we're actually starting to end up in a position where we're actually fighting the French army, although they're spread out all over the place. But there seems to be a concentration over here. Got 2 regiments in the forest. We got 2 extra coming up to aid here. Gonna put them on a tilt there. Cannon ready to set up. Jaeger battalion, we got troops here. Light brigade moving up, actually getting shot at as they move up. Gonna have these 2 move like so, and then you will move like so, and then maybe you can gain some ground. All the units are so small, and my cavalry is fresh at this point, so I think should be able to just swipe these guys away. Just notice that it's almost all guard units here. Here comes the hussars. Utterly devastating this young guard flanker unit. Here comes the dragoons. Ready to attack the old guard. They came from 2 sides, so we were able to smash them. That means the light brigade can be moved over here to deal with Grenadier regiment. We have a little bit of, maybe 2 little troops over here, which could be a problem. Well, not really. We'll just need to redraw them, and now the cannon's up. That will most likely be fine. Everything on this side, I spoke too soon. We've got a sapper unit out there, which is formed into square. Knowing then that they're isolated from the rest of the line. Right, we'll move these up in brigades. Now when the canister is starting, yeah, the voltigeur unit decided to give way. I don't know if I want canister up here any longer. Might be dangerous. And land the bastard is way over here. I do have this other cannon, which I did limber. I wonder if he does not reach. Could be dangerous moving him this way. Having the cavalry move in over there. Right. Time to switch to round shot, and I think we can gain some ground with these three. At the same time as these move up. So these will tank the shots as they're in the forest, and these will deliver the killing blow from the flank. Now they're tilting to fight them, but I mean, all the enemy units are too small to really do anything. There is quite a few units in the forest, it seems. It looks like they were forming square, but I think they're just reorganizing in a weird way. Either way, they're maneuvering really bad, and they're gonna get killed. Just gonna close in even more, as they're not really able to put down effective fire, neither of these enemy units. And we've got a half circle ready to kill them. Let's have the this is the Silesian Jaeger battalion, move them on forward. How have we not broken these sappers? You know what? I don't care. Right. And just as I said that, they break. We've got one unit in the forest. It's a light unit. These guys are about to die. Cannon shot and too many muskets bearing down upon them. This one broke first. And this one now, when this one's alone, they'll be sure to break as well. And with that, we're gonna close off this side of the forest. And in close, Lan and that one light unit inside. And we do have this stupid sapper unit out here somewhere. And now we have a silly sapper unit rallying over here. Okay, so there's two units. There's a Voltigeur unit that's hiding over there. Loaded the cavalry to advance at a quicker speed. We loaded the hussars to attack. We loaded the dragoons to charge the other one. And we'll drive the enemy towards our men. You know what? Why stand there fire when we can charge? Now that the enemy is kind of occupied. Right. Since we don't want to shoot our own. Lan was killed with his men somewhere in the forest. Looks like some bodyguard horse. So he's here somewhere. As our troops move through the forest. Right. Over to this side then. Cavalry, however, move over here somewhere. Where that sapper square is. Let's get rid of these guys. And let's tell the cannons to hold fire. Okay, so they broke way before that. The enemy has been spotted over there. I don't think we can get a clean shot. So we'll have to move over here. I want the dragoons to move over here. The hussars moving over there. And let's speed it up and see if we can't kill these guys. Did we hit them? I don't think so, but they formed in... Yeah, we did hit them. They dropped the square. The hussars and the dragoons from either side now move to attack them. It's a bit dangerous because there's impassable terrain on both sides. with that, I think we'll tell my men to hold fire. And there we go, the charge rang through. And the sappers are gone, and that's a victory, I do believe. Victory. Right. However, I think this battle actually took so much time that we're gonna end it here, unfortunately. Or maybe not. Maybe I can, you know what, I'll run the end turn out as I had planned to before. And hopefully we do not run into any more French or Spanish troops before the end of it. And here we have the victorious assault. We managed to lose 1,000 men, but I think that's mostly down to the British. I don't think we lost that many men. Highest loss is 52 men. Highest kills, as you saw, were hussars. Yeah, now I will run it through. And yeah, we'll just go over the situation on the European continent, and then I'll end it. Guess what? Gerhard von Scharnhorst is once again pushed out of the Normandy region because the British did not appreciate our help, apparently, to save them, which we did twice. Brave sailor, steady under fire, mentioned in dispatches, very good. We were pushed out, and I think the French are actually, yeah, they're in the British part of the territory. However, I can quickly just jump over to this area, and I think we'll have to resolve it. Just for safety, I'll auto-save. Victory. Oh, I can release this as a nation. Of course! We cannot allow to have a nation like France stay intact. We need to break it up in all its parts, because it's too dangerous otherwise. And we really do like their flag. Let's make sure that we trade with them. We can't, because I don't know. They'll need to switch their port to a like a normal port or whatever. I think these guys can handle it. We're gonna go back, and which port is closest? I captured a port, so I should be able to replenish my navy in Calais. Yes. So we'll refit the navy in Calais. I will move to deal with this one. I hate the fact that if someone else starts trading with these guys, and I'm not gonna be able to. I guess Scharnhorst can move down to Bordeaux. And on the same note, the Saxon army is ready to take Marseille. And we're gonna out-resolve that. I didn't even need to out-resolve because that was clearly in my favor. And we occupied Marseille. And with that, kind of denied the port of Toulon to the French Navy. Which means they have no home ports left, I believe. Yes. They have no home ports left except for this one. You know what? The army, before going to Bordeaux, will do a detour and push that navy out. Right, so the Saxon army is holding there. We got Spanish over here. You, the elite army, will be moving to Toulon. Or Toulouse. Toulon is here. And this is Toulouse. And then, of course, Gerhard von Blücher is steaming towards Innsbruck, Tyrol to deal with Napoleon. Maybe my spy moves faster and he will... No, he will not get there first. Do I have another spy, possibly? What agents do I have? I have one in Provence. He might be able to get there before Blucher. 90% chance of infiltration. I don't believe that. He's gonna be there in 3. I think Blucher's gonna be there in 2. Yep. Right. There's not a lot left. The French are holding the port Le Havre. I'll try to get some sense into the British, so I can go and... You know what? Maybe not, actually. They only have 2 units. If this French army is successfully able to defeat the British and send them out there, then that's just as good, because then I can take control of that region. Right, so everything's falling apart for the French. And I kind of only have like 1 or 2 videos left, I think. Because all I really need to do now is defeat Napoleon. And once I've defeated Napoleon, this campaign will be over. And so with that, we're gonna have to start a new one. So your suggestions down below. Or, well, not yet, but you should start thinking about it. Start thinking about what you would like to see. And then, at a certain point, we will vote on it. And, yeah, hopefully your suggestion will end up winning. With that said, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. And hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.